Hello everyone, Sandy here. Today we are looking at a new deck in my collection called the Forest Lore Tarot. Now this is by the same creator who made the Veleda Oracle and I think the Veleda Forest Tarot. I'm not 100% sure if that's what it's called, but the Veleda Oracle is an oracle deck that I wanted so badly when it first came out, but it was always out of stock, and now it's out of print, and I probably will never ever be able to find it. However, when I saw that the same creator has made this deck, I could not pass up the chance because, I mean, forest, yes, lore, yes, tarot, yes. So it's just all the things that I love, and I couldn't not try and experience this. So this is the tuck box. It's the first edition, and on the back it says, "Of mud and bone, of sticks and stones, of legend, truth and law, oak, ash and thorn, a witch is born, a forest at her core." Love that little verse. When I ordered the deck, that little thing, or that little phrase or poem came printed on this little postcard that I'm hoping to frame at some point. So yeah. The deck itself comes with a nice little guidebook that is fairly, fairly extensive, honestly. You get quite a lot of writing for each card, and I am so excited to dig into this. I can show you roughly. So for example, for the Justice card here, you first get the name of the tree, because the major arcana are all kind of like trees and plants. And then I will show you the deck in a little bit, so I will show you the setup. But the major arcana write up, you first get the name of the card, the name of the tree, then you get some keywords, then you get a write up about the card. But you also get information about the tree and why it was chosen as the Justice card, etc. You get the same thing for the minors. Whoops! But for the minors, you get an animal or insect, but you also get some plants in there as well, and the guidebook lets you know all of the different plants that are mentioned or depicted on the card, and you also get a little write-up about why. So this part here is about the spider, and then about the bittersweet or bitter cress, sorry, that was depicted on the Nine of Wands. I will read from the guidebook a little bit later, but now let's dig into the cards. So this here is the back of the cards. It's a very nice soft pastel palette, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's reversible as well. Now the one thing I'm going to say about the cardstock is that it's very thin. However, it feels durable, but it's very thin and it's very comfortable to shuffle. But like I said, I think it's going to be quite durable in the long run. I will say this though, the edges feel very rough. I don't know if that's intended, but you can see here that it's not very evenly cut, and there is something on there's a bit of a ridge on each card on each side, which I'm not sure if it's there intentionally to help with the shuffling, or if it's unintentional, but it kind of creates this little space between each card. Like you can feel when you're squeezing it that there's like air in between the cards. It's quite an interesting feeling, and I'm not mad at it at all. It's just, it makes it very shuffle, like smooth, in the sense that it's very easy to fan out. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's dig into the cards. Okay, so here we have the Fool, which is the birch tree. Now, like I said before, each of the major arcana cards are trees or plants, mostly trees. But what I really love about this deck is that you get a depiction of the tree itself, like the full tree, but you also get in a fine line sketch depiction around the tree, you get the little details from different stages of the tree's growth. So here we have the leaves of the tree, and then we have the seeds or seed pods, or like the little tails that you sometimes see from birch trees. And I adore that part of it. And here for the Magician we have hawthorn, and we get to see the berries, the leaves, the flowering stage, and then we also see the actual thorns of the hawthorn. Let me zoom in just a little bit more so that you can see this properly. There we go. Which is just, I really adore this particular part of the deck. All right. The High Priestess is represented by ash, and here we have this sickle, moon sickle. We have the different types of, or we have the leaves, and we also have the seed pods here. The Empress is beech. The Emperor is represented by Prince Mushroom, which I thought was very interesting. And I'm going to put this one aside so that we can read from the guidebook for this specific card. The Hierophant is hazel. The Lovers, crab apple. And again, here we see the flowers and then the fruit from the apple tree, crab apple tree. The one thing I'm going to say is, you probably know that I have the Tree Spirit Tarot, which I really adore, and it's a bit confusing to me, of course, when there's different creators, and different creators have different associations, and I understand that. But since I've been working so much with the Tree Spirit Tarot recently, it confuses me when they've obviously used the same type of trees for some of their cards, but they've connected them to different tarot meanings. So sometimes it might be a little bit confusing to me going through the deck, this deck in particular, when the trees have different associations. But yeah, that's neither here or there for you. Anyway, the Chariot is represented by holly. The Oak is strength, which is pretty universal, I think. The Hermit is depicted by a pink wax cap. The Wheel of Fortune is depicted by yew. Beautiful tree. Justice is lime. The Rowan tree is the Hanged One. And the Rowan tree was actually chosen for the Fool card in the Tree Spirit Tarot. I remember specifically because Rowan has a very specific, it just means a lot to me in my life. Death is Witch Elm. Temperance is represented by Alder. The Devil is Fly Agaric. I must admit that it does confuse me a little bit that I think basically all of the mages are trees except for the few ones, very few ones that are represented by mushrooms, which really confuses me a little bit. I probably would have preferred to have all of the mages be represented by a tree, to be honest, just for, for it to be a bit more cohesive, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. But it's not my deck, so I'm gonna go with it and learn what this particular deck and this creator has to teach me. I love this Tower card represented by Blackthorn. It's just something about this moody card that just gets me. I love it. The Star card is an aspen tree, which I also really love. The aspen tree has the shaking leaves. So when you're standing in a forest of aspen and there's a wind that goes through them, you can just hear all of the rustling of the leaves. It's so magical, and I can almost hear it just looking at this card. It's really pretty. The Willow for the Moon is also I think the same choice as in the Tree Spirit Tarot, and I really love this connection as well. I also believe that this is this is coinciding with the Ogham meaning as well, just like Oak for strength. I think the Willow is for intuition in the Ogham. I've only just started learning Ogham though, so don't quote me on that. The Sun is Chestnut. It's really pretty. Judgment is Elder. And the World is Scots Pine. I love this card. This is the card I drew for myself the other day. And it's just, I love this. I just love this card. It's so pretty. All right. Now on to the wands. The wands are represented by insects, or insects, I suppose we can call them. Here we have a little caterpillar. And I won't be able to quote you exactly what all of the plants or flowers that are represented here. I could, of course, look through the guidebook as I'm going through it, but I think we'll be here for quite a while if we do that. Actually, maybe not. I will hold up the guidebook here while we're going through it, so I can actually tell you what we're looking at. I think that's the best option. So here we have the yellowtail caterpillar and blackthorn. And here, for the Two of Wands, we've got Rose Chafer and Dog Rose. It's just such a pretty colours in this card. For the Three of Wands, we have the Painted Lady Butterfly and Knapweed. For the Four of Wands, we've got the ladybug or ladybird and dill. I also love how they've depicted the Four Wands here as a little house or like a canopy. For the Five of Wands, we have stag beetle and leaf detritus, which I think is the same as saying fallen leaves. Oh, I love this one as well. Six of Wands is the bumblebee and clover. Seven of Wands is cinnabar moth and ragwort. For the Eight of Wands, we have a cricket and alfalfa. For the Nine of Wands, we have a spider and bittercress petals. It doesn't actually mention the exact spider. It just says spider. And then we have an ant and dog violet for the Ten of Wands. For the page, we have an elephant hawk moth and rose bay willow herb. For the Knight of Wands, we have an oleander hawk moth and datura as the plant. For the Queen of Wands, we have orange tip butterfly and a cuckoo flower. And last but not least, for the King of Wands, we have peacock butterfly and thistle. And I wanted to just draw your attention to one really cool thing that I've noticed in this deck as well, is that each suit, as well as the major arcana, has a color palette that gets deeper the further in you get into each suit. So for the wands here, we have this pink hue that starts out really pale in the ace and gets darker and darker and darker until you get to the king. We had the same thing happening in the majors. A little bit different there though. We have this like pale beigey color getting darker and darker until we get to the hermit-ish, maybe the Wheel of Fortune. And then it starts going more purple, and in the end we get to the most purple, which was the World. Now, moving on to the cups. Here we have the Ace of Cups, which is represented by water life or water dwelling creatures. Here we have a minnow represented with the spiked water milfoil as the Ace of Cups. Then we have the Two of Cups, which is a frog and yellow flag iris. Unity, attraction, connection, shared values, love, partnerships. For the Three of Cups, we have a gorgeous little otter and pendulous sedge, apparently, is the plant life here. And here we also have the 3 water drops to represent the 3 cups. For the Four of Cups, we have water vole and reed canary grass. And for the Fives, we have a tench and curled pondweed. This is really good for me because I don't know fish names in English at all. And so this might be a good way for me to learn some English fish words or fish names. A tench, I've never even heard of that. Right, for the Six of Cups, we have a tadpole together with brook lime. It's also really nice because there's a lot of plant names here that I've never heard of either in English, which I really appreciate, learning new things. Here we have a dragonfly for the Seven of Cups and swamp milkweed. I just love the color palette in this deck overall. For this Eight of Cups, that's a newt, I believe. Yes, a newt and water forget-me-not. For the Nine of Cups, we have a mayfly and sweet flag. Apparently this grass that it's sitting on is called a sweet flag. And the Ten of Cups is a beaver, and it's depicted with an alder leaf here. For the Page of Cups, we have a bat. Apparently a specific one called Dubeton's bat. If that's how you pronounce that, I don't know. And Flowering Rush. That's such a pretty card. For the Knight of Cups, oh, okay, it says here as well, often referred to as the water bat. That's probably why. Then I was like, why is that the Page of Cups? I thought it would be a fish. All right, for the Knight of Cups, we have a kingfisher, which is kind of interesting. And it's surrounded by great reed mace. For the Queen of Cups, we have a toad, and the plant here is a fern. And for the King of Cups, we have a heron, and he is accompanied by willow. Also interesting how we do also have a repetition of some of the trees in the majors here in the minors. I wonder if the guidebook remarks on that at all, or if it's just a connection to. So, for example, the King of Cups is connected to the moon because the moon was the willow tree, and we have the willow here on the King of Cups. That's kind of an interesting take as well. All right, for the swords, we have birds, of course. So we have a wren here in the Ace of Swords with wild clematis, or clematis. Not sure how you pronounce that. Such a cute little card. I love wrens so much. And then we have for the Two of Swords, another favorite of mine, the blue tit. Hang on, where is the, there we go, the Eurasian blue tit and apple blossom. For the Three of Swords, we have the buzzard, a buzzard and fir. This is fir pines here. For the Four of Swords, we seem to have a barn owl, and it's accompanied by ash. For the Five of Swords, we have a red kite and cedar. Look at that eye. Six of Swords, we have a barn swallow, I think. Let's have a look. Yes, barn swallow and scarlet pimpernel. I love the sword suit in this because, you know, I like birds. All right, for the Seven of Swords, we have magpie and gorse. Then we seem to have a goldfinch for the Eight of Swords. Yes, a European goldfinch. And this plant here is apparently a teasel. Never heard of a teasel before. Then we have a blackbird for the Nine of Swords. And red osier dogwood. Osier. For the Ten of Swords, we have the eagle owl together with pine. Page of Swords, we have a red-breasted robin, European robin, and honeysuckle. Such a cute card. Love this one. Oh. For the Knight of Swords, we have a Eurasian tree sparrow. We have loads of these here. I see them every day, as well as blackbirds. I've been seeing blackbirds so much recently. They're just everywhere. For the Queen of Swords, we have the Eurasian jay and beech nuts. So pretty. And for the King of Swords, we have a crow and juniper. Love this card as well. Pulled this one the other day. All right, and now for my favorite suit in this deck, the Pentacles. I absolutely adore this suit. It's so pretty, and you will see why in a moment. So here we have the mouse and hawthorn. The next one is Two of Pentacles, and it's the Pine Marten and Wild Cherry. For the Three of Pentacles, we have the Wild Boar and together with Wild Garlic. Doubly wild. For the Four of Pentacles, we have the cutest little red squirrel, and he is, of course, accompanied by hazelnuts. For the Five of Pentacles, we have a rat together with some ivy. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is a rabbit and ox-eye daisy. Such a cute card. Looks so spring-like and Eastery to me, with all the yellows and the little flowers and the bunny, of course. And then we have another squirrel for the Seven of Pentacles, but this is a grey squirrel, and this one is accompanied by acorns. For the Eight of Pentacles, we have the cutest little mole. I love this card so much, and it's got some red campion flowers with it. We have lots of red campion here in spring. Love this card. This is my favorite card in the whole deck, and I'm sure you know why. It's got the hedgehog, and it's together with bluebells, and it's such a good Nine of Pentacles. I love this card so much. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles with this intense looking fox. Absolutely adore it, and it's together with foxgloves, which is, you know, very suiting. So very fitting, and yeah, look at those eyes, so good. For the Page of Pentacles, we have a stoat, and it's got Great Woodrush together next to him here. The Knight of Pentacles is a badger. Absolutely adore this card as well. Look at those colors. I love these colors. And the badger has blackberry here next to him. The Queen of Pentacles is this really cute fallow deer, and it's got rhododendron as its accompaniment there. Such a pretty card. And last but not least, we have the King of Pentacles, the red deer, together with Heather here. And oh, honestly, look at these colors. I can't get enough of them. They're so pretty. So now that we've gone through all of these cards, remember we've already put to one side the Emperor card for the guidebook reading, but I'm going to pull one more card, and at the same time I'm going to show you how this deck shuffles. I'm going to zoom out a little bit for this, just so that you can see the whole thing while I'm doing it. There we are. So basically this is a standard size tarot card size, but you can see the deck, the cards are, like I said, very, very flexible. Some who like thicker cardstock would probably call it flimsy, but I really like, look how bendy this is. It's, I don't even have to like help it with my index finger here to get it to bend. It just does it on its own, and it's just, oh, come on, always on camera it has to be difficult. It just, it shuffles really, really easily and well, and aside from the edges being a little bit rough, it shuffles like a dream. But yeah, the edges feel a bit rough against my fingers. I can feel that it's not as smooth as other decks. Like, it's not, it's kind of, yeah, rough. And I think also, yeah, some of the cards are a bit longer and some are shorter than the others, so it doesn't give, yeah, I think you could probably see that there. Like, it's not like it's super uneven, but I mean, even though it kind of is a little bit. But the edge that I was talking to you about earlier is what you can see here. Don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? Yeah, there. It's like a little lip around the edge of the, like the sides of each card. Which is curious because I've never seen that in any other deck before, but it doesn't really bother me. It shuffles really well, and I mean, I might end up trimming the deck just to see if I can get the edges to be a bit smoother, but it might just be the cardstock that does this, which means that if I start trimming it, I'm just gonna end up doing a lot of work for nothing, because if it's going to be rough by the time I'm done with it anyway, I might as well just leave it as it is. And honestly, it really doesn't bother me that much at all. Anyway, that was the riffle shuffling, and the overhand shuffling is really, really easy as well. It's very, not slippy, but it moves very easily in the hand. And for the fanning, let's show you. The fanning is also very easy. It's not easy on this cloth. Let me put that away. So the fanning of the deck works really well as well. It's so I'm not very good at fanning decks, so that's why it looks weird. but it's very slidey, so it doesn't the cards don't stick to each other at all. They fan really nicely. All right, so let's pull another card from the deck, and hope that it's a minor, because I want to read one from the majors and one from the minors for you. Okay, let's pull that one. 6 of Wands, perfect. All right, let's put the nice little tablecloth back. So let's start. Just look how beautiful those are together as well. So let's start with the Emperor card. Now, I'm going to quickly just hold this up for you so that you can pause and read that if you prefer to read yourself. But for those who like to just sit and listen, I will read this for you now. And then we will jump on to the Six of Wands. The Emperor, Prince Mushroom. Authority, regulation, organization, power, structure, control, strategic thinking, establishment, ambition, and rationality. The Emperor traditionally heralds the masculine counterpart to the Empress's feminine energy. While originally rooted in gender roles, much like the Empress, this energy transcends labels and is present in all of us. At its essence, the Emperor summons us to embrace our inner authority, to stand firmly in our power, and to take charge of our lives. This energy urges us to recognize our intrinsic worth, to cease waiting for external validation or permission to act. You possess the autonomy, to be your own ruler, to command respect through composed assertiveness. Seize control and pave your path forward. The Emperor symbolizes a structured role of provider and guardian. You might find yourself thrust into such a role at this moment. Perhaps you're being beckoned to lead a certain aspect of your life and feel uncertain. Trust in your abilities. This card could also signify the call to offer yourself the security and structure you presently seek. Equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills, it encourages you to draft a well-defined strategy, be methodical and organized, and foster the confidence to follow through. Linked closely with rules and systems, the Emperor forms the bedrock upon which creation and progress flourish. If the current regulations feel stifling, take an initiative to effect change and make your own rules. I love that write-up. All right, here comes the explanation for the choice of the Prince Mushroom. The Prince Mushroom, a coveted wild variety, ranks among the finest edible fungi. Displaying an impressive size, its cap can span up to 30 centimeters in diameter. Solid and substantial, its flavor is often lauded. Earning its princely title, this mushroom boasts an unmistakable appearance even from afar. A dependable and robust source of sustenance, it fulfills the needs of the numerous creatures, mammals, birds, and insects. Its ample dimensions position the prince as a strong provider within the ecosystem. It stands large, bold, and unapologetically, set here amongst rocks, symbolizing the firm solidity of the Emperor's foundation and surroundings. See, I love that. That's really cool. All right, so Six of Wands. Let's quickly flip over to that one. And I will do the same here, where I show you the card, the write-up quickly, so you can pause and read yourself if you prefer it. And let's go. Six of Wands, Bee and Clover. Success, achievement, self-confidence, reward, victory, acknowledgement. It's time to craft yourself a victory crown, for this card radiates success. You are well on your way to accomplishing a goal or securing a personal triumph. Recognition or applause may come your way for a job well done. Take immense pride in what you've achieved. This card heralds a period of accomplishment, reward, and self-assuredness. Perhaps you're about to hit a significant milestone. By harnessing your strengths and talents, you've achieved a victory. Embrace the praise and support headed your direction. You've rightfully earned it. This card serves as encouragement to believe in yourself and your capabilities. Let newfound confidence take root within you as you stand tall and face the world with assurance. You have worked hard and deserve any success coming your way. Put aside any self-doubt and enjoy it. Bees have elevated themselves as cherished insects amongst humans, likely owing to their adorable fuzzy appearance and valuable product they provide. However, it's not just superficialities that have propelled them to this esteemed position. Bees boast a remarkably intricate and accomplished system, achieved through hard work and dedication. Their recognition is well deserved. They work tirelessly to provide the bountiful honey of success. Clover is often recognized more for its leaves than its blossoms. In Celtic tradition, Druids carried the shamrock, a three-leaf clover, as a means to sense the presence of evil spirits. Four-leaf clovers served as Celtic charms to ward off misfortune, offering protection to those who carried them. The red clover flower symbolizes faith, hope, good luck, protection, success, money, love, fidelity, and industry. I love that we get all of this, like a little bit of lore on the side there with the plants as well. Now, that was quite a short entry, as you can see here, but there were some of them, like for example, the Three of Cups, I believe, that had a very substantial write-up. So here we have the Three of Cups, the Otter and Pendulous Sage, which has two and a half pages of writing. And then we get a bit more here. We have Seven of Cups, which has 3 full pages of writing. So each card has some cards have a bit less writing and some of them have more, but all of them seem really thoughtful and I really like the way that they have written this guidebook. One more thing before we go. The contents, basically is just about this deck, and then a little bit of the arcanas and the suit, and then we have a write-up, all of the write-ups for the cards. No extra spreads or anything like that. But anyway, it seems like a really good guidebook, and I'm really interested to dig into all of the different things that I'm going to be learning from this deck. I love it when we have a deck that we can also learn from that's at the same time super pretty. Right, the only thing that I wanted to show you more now is the one pairing that I found for this deck that I'm absolutely in love with. And that, hang on, let me just put the deck down. Let me also just shuffle it quickly. Just a little bit. All right. And that deck is the Coastal Curiosities Oracle deck. I've been posting on Instagram about this particular combination now for a few days because I can't get enough of it. And you will quickly see why. Hang on. I'm going to just shuffle it so that it will become a little bit more random when I combine these. Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly, oh look at that already. So I'm just gonna quickly do a little bit, couple of cards here so that you can see what I mean. But honestly, sometimes it looks like they are from the same deck almost. I absolutely adore these two together. So we have Nurture and Seven of Wands. We've got Adapt with Six of Pentacles. Awaken with the King of Cups. scout and the scout world. Cool. Honestly, I just can't get enough of this combination. I love them so much together. Look at that. The colors are also very similar between the decks, which I just really appreciate. Like they have the same kind of tonal coloring. Pursue and the star. Mm. Oh, look at that. Establish and Queen of Pentacles. Cool. Oh my goodness. Robust and the Hermit. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. They're so pretty together. I love them. Anyway, oops, sorry. Just swishing the whole place about. Anyway, that's the one and only pairing I've done with this deck so far, because it's just so, they're just so good together. Look at that as well. Ugh. Let's pull a random card from both of them just to have one more. I want something a bit more intentional. So let's pull this card. And this card. So strength together with loyalty. So pretty. Oh, all right. That is that, my friends. So we have now been looking at Forest Lore Tarot by Veleda Oracle, and I'm so thrilled about this deck. Cannot wait to use it more. And let me know what you think down below. I'm super excited to hear what you think about this deck as well. And do you have it yourself? I would love to know what kind of workings you've done with it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please take care of yourselves and be well, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.